What is up, everyone? We are going into the final week of the regular season, and every matchup this week does count. So, not going to go over too much of last week besides a few. Just want to say that Omar and Hoff's matchup coming down to Robert Woods catching 2 or 3 balls while they're down by 40 points was ridiculous for Omar, and knowing Omar, I'm sure he took it in stride. So Hoff stays in contention. Omar still has a spot. And then the other Monday Night Football was Bill versus Reggie, and Bill had to fade about 9 or 10 points from Cooks, and even down by 40, they still had Cooks, Woods, and Kupp still in. And Goff was just not targeting Cooks and not throwing the ball right, so Bill gets a little W there. But just want to stress how crazy it is as we look into this, that every single match is going to be either affecting the playoff race or it is going to be affecting the Dirty Sanchez. So I'm going to go over some standings as we head into little Thanksgiving night. So give me a second to pull it up. So at the top, we have Mr. Ellsbury at 10-2, has locked up a first-round bye. Will he get the number 1 seed or number 2 seed? Well, good news is him and Mikey T play each other this week, so we'll find out. And then Mikey T putting on one of the best runs we've ever had. He has locked up your second bye. Again, number 1 or number 2 seed, we'll see. I think that is, let me double check. Yeah, ridiculous, 9 wins in a row, so talk about starting off garbage, 0-3 and going 9-3. So we'll see if it's my dogs, so don't worry about that. Remy, Maisie, lay down. Lay down, guys. But Mikey T kicking some butt right now. So next up we have Omar, 7-5. He's locked up a playoff spot, but has not actually locked up what seed he's going to be in. He's in the best spot to see where he lands, but he's guaranteed to be in. And then next up you have Kevin, myself, Bill, Cage, and Hoff, all at 6-6, trying to go for the last 3 playoff spots. So anything can happen there. And then you have Lumen at 5-7. You know, he can pretty much play spoiler. He can't really, even if he wins, a lot of people lose out. He just doesn't have enough points for it to jump in the standings, but Lumen faces me and could easily spoil my playoff bid. And then we have the battle for the... This is going to bother me. I may edit this. Sorry, guys. Hey, Remy, Maisie, lay down, guys. Be nice. You have Register and Din at 4-8, and then Wyckoff at 3-9. And they all have some different matchups, I believe. We'll highlight those, but any of them could take the Dirty Sanchez home. So we're going to spend some time hopping in these matchups. Oh, I know I highlighted Mikey T, but man, Bill started off 0-6. He is now 6-6. He will, if he gets to playoffs, he'll pretty much have 1 out, which is just kind of ridiculous when you think about it. So him and Mikey T putting together some unprecedented runs that we have not seen in our league before. Besides maybe, myself when I almost went undefeated last year. So I'm sure you must remember that, though. Anyways, let's look at these matchups. So at the top of my list is just going to be me, Loomski. I am projected to win, but we all know projections do not matter at all. And I think Lumen has some cake matchups coming up. I obviously have Lamar riding hot, but man, we'll see what happens there. Crazy thing is, if Lumen takes me out, I could easily drop down out of the playoffs. Then you have Cage versus Wyckoff. So 2 different stories. Wyckoff battling to not be the Dirty Sanchez, and then Dirty Sanchez, Dirty John himself, Cage, battling to hop into the playoffs, because right now he's sitting in the 7 seed, which Cage means you're not in the playoffs. So it looks like a pretty even matchup from a statistical standpoint. Good news is we'll have a little Monday Night Sweat at minimum with Russell Wilson, going. A little Monday Night Football. So we'll see what happens there. Then we have Hoff and Din. Mathematician Hoff versus I embrace math, but I don't embrace math Din. And I just want to embrace a dirty Sanchez. So, I think Hoff just spent like $500 on the third string quarterback for the Steelers. So we'll see how that works out. But that is also a pretty even matchup. Let's see if Mr. Din gets Thielen back for that Monday Night Sweat, because we all know it's funner. Gunner's funner. We all know it's more fun when there's a little sweat going on. Then we have the battle of the tops. We got Mikey T and Ellsbury. Mikey T is projected to win handily, but that, like I said, it doesn't matter. There's going to be some fun shootouts for Ellsbury. He's got Jimmy G against Lamar if he starts him. He's got Deshaun against the Patriots in a primetime game, Sunday Night Football. So we'll see what happens there. See if Mikey T can take the regular season crown. But either way, Ellsbury, Mikey T, just got to say you've locked up the buys, so touche to you. Then you have a matchup between Reg and Omar. So Omar, like I said, is locked into the playoffs, but depending on how he does will sort of sway the standings of where he lands. And then Reg is battling to not get that last place. I don't think Reg has ever been this low in standings, very similar to Din. So kind of interesting for them to be in this spot. And Reg, I know you're sweating a little bit. Din, I know you're sweating a little bit. So let's see if you can take Omar out, register. And then probably, I think, going to be the matchup to watch is Kevin Pop Secret versus Bill, because Kevin is 6-6, has some of the most points in the league, but there is a statistical probability that if he loses to Bill, he could actually not make the playoffs, which would just surprise, I think, everyone in the league. So the question is, can Kevin, who has some of the most points in the league, stop the train that is Billy P? He's got Mr. Cook riding a little Monday Night Sweat, so we'll see how that works out. And he also has a ton of Thursday night games, so with the Thanksgiving slate. But all in all, just want to say, crazy to be in a league where it literally will come down for almost every team. There's some of importance the last week. That just goes to show you some of the, let's say, competitiveness we have in the league. And also, never know what can happen. Even if your Billy start out 0-6 or Mikey T start out 0-3, you could still make the playoffs. So just got to keep fighting. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I know everyone's got a lot of stuff going on in their life right now, and some good, some maybe stressful, but in the end, this is one of the things that I look forward to every week, is talking some smack, talking some strategy, and seeing Chris Godwin put up 40 points. So Omar, you could have kept him, but I know you didn't, so no worries. Thanks for doing that this year, bud. Appreciate you. But in all seriousness, happy Thanksgiving. See you on the text thread tomorrow. Hopefully not too much. Hopefully you're enjoying time with your fam and friends. So peace.